one video, and then boom, next week I got to do it again, and then I got to film it, and then I got to run around, and it was a lot of work. And then the gods relinquished my duties with COVID. I was just able to say, like, what do I want to do? And yeah, that was starting to learn Vietnamese and become extremely independent in Vietnam. I don't want to depend on somebody else to get me around or talk to the receptionist or do this or do that. I want to just be able to do it all by myself. And then that just morphed into, I want to become fluent. What I wish I had was just like a full, I mean, of course, I could never do this because it's a terrible thing to do and it would never fit my size. But if I had a full body Vietnamese mask, you know, it's arms, legs, face, and I can just walk to anywhere and speak Vietnamese, and then they maybe respond to me in Vietnamese. But I just have like this big sign on my face that like, hey, it's time to speak some English. And they will never ever speak Vietnamese. It's like such a wide spectrum. The military is like so wide. So my job, I didn't have to strangle anybody in the ditch. Like, you know what? One time I strangled my own coworker, but that's a whole different. We were deployed in Africa for 6 months, and oh my God, we get really angry at each other. But we're so close. You know, that's another weird thing about the military is like, you hate your coworkers so much, but you know more about your coworkers than your own family and your old friends. But then I moved into Vietnam and I started buying comfortable things, and I realized that you become a slave to your things. You don't own your objects own you. You know, to pay for that car, you need to work those hours. To pay for that couch, that TV, you gotta work. And then to afford the things that you want to own, you need to be owned by the money system that, you know, lets you buy them. And so, I mean, when I first got here, I'm like, sure, I'm not gonna, you know, spend a lot of money on things. But I started spending tons of money on stuff recently. But I realized it's all for a distraction. You know, distract yourself from life, you know, to make the day go by more comfortably. And once I stopped spending all my money on, you know, things, I realized that I could be happy and I don't need to work as much, so I don't need to be as productive as I used to be.